Which is a better way to make money? Forex prop firm trading or real estate investment? Today we're pitting these two heavyweights against each other in an epic face-off to see which one comes out on top. We'll compare Forex trading, in particular prop firm trading, and real estate side by side in key areas, from startup costs to profits to risk and lifestyle. By the end, you'll know the pros and the cons of each and which path might be best suited for you. So let the games begin. Round one is going to be cost to entry. How much does it actually cost you to start up? So let's start with real estate. Getting started with real estate, as we know, takes a lot of upfront investment. You typically will need a down payment of about 20% of the property's price. For example, if you are buying a $500,000 house, you might be required to put down about $80,000 to $100,000 upfront. And that's more than the average full year's salary for most people. On top of that, there's closing costs, agent fees, inspections, and all of that stuff that comes with it. Real estate isn't exactly a low budget game for beginners. So let's look at prop firm trading. In stark contrast, starting to trade with Forex or prop firm trading can be peanuts. Most brokers will allow you to start with as little as $200, in some cases low as $100. Prop firms allow you to leverage other people's money to make profit. For a few $100 in evaluation fees, you could get control of $100,000 or even more if you can prove your skills as a trader. That means that with $500 initial investment, you could be trading with $100,000, which is something that is impossible to do initially with real estate. So for round one, I would say prop firm trading takes it. It's clearly a more accessible option for beginners on a budget. Barrier to entry is super low. There's no need for life savings or huge loans to get started. Real estate might have the stability of a house behind it, but if you don't have tens of thousands of dollars to spare, it's a non-starter. For round two, let's look at potential profit and cash flow. Real estate is often a get-rich-slow game. Your profits come from rentals and property value appreciation over time. Rental income can provide a steady cash flow, but the returns are relatively modest. A good rental property in the United States might yield about a 5 to 10% per year in gross rental return on the property. In concrete terms, a good rental home might bring in around $40,000 per year in rent before expenses. After expenses like mortgage, taxes, and maintenance, the net yield could be more like $1,000 or so per month on rental. Now, appreciation over time can add additional profits, but housing prices typically rise slowly, historically a few percent per year on average. On a side note here, there is also the tax advantages on property. For example, depreciation, writing off interest on mortgage, etc., which you won't get with Forex or prop firm trading. In short, real estate can build solid long-term wealth and a decent passive income, but it's definitely not a quick cash machine. Let's have a look at prop firm trading. Here's where things get wild. Forex trading is a fast-paced arena with high profit potential. Returns are only limited by your skill and strategy. Exchange rates fluctuate much faster than real estate prices, meaning there are constant opportunities to profit from price movements. A skilled trader might aim for maybe 5% per month. In our community, we often are only looking for about 2 to 4% per month. Now, if you're doing this on a $100,000 account, that's anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 per month. To put this into perspective, $5,000 could be the entire year's net profit on a property valued at around $200,000. But a top Forex trader could make this in a couple weeks. And if you're constantly compounding your gains or managing multiple prop firms, which is what we do, the income can scale up massively and rapidly. However, and this is crucial, not everyone can achieve these returns consistently, and losses can be just as rapid. Still, the raw cash flow potential in trading blows the doors off most single property investments. You can literally make thousands in minutes trading, whereas with real estate, profits trickle in over months and years. So for this round, talking about profits and cash flow, it has to go to prop firm trading for its much higher potential returns and immediate cash flow. If you're good at it, trading can far outpace real estate in the short term. Real estate is steady but slow. It's more tortoise to Forex's hare. Just remember, with great power comes great responsibility and risk. Speaking of which, let's go to round three, which is risk and stability. Now, one of the biggest advantages of real estate is its stability. Property values don't roller coaster day to day the way currency prices do. Barring a market crash, a house worth, let's say, $500,000 today will very likely still be close to that tomorrow or even next year. In fact, real estate has a pretty strong long-term track record. It can be a very stable investment. Plus, you have a tangible asset. asset. You can actually live in it or touch it, and it tends to appreciate over the long run despite short-term ups and downs. The income from rent is also relatively predictable once tenants are in place. However, real estate isn't risk-free. Property markets can crash. Remember 2008, for example. Value can drop in a bad economy, or you might even face tenant problems or costly repairs. But generally, you're not going to be losing 50% of a house's value overnight. It's a slower moving, resilient asset class. Even if the market dips, you still own the property and can ride out the storm until the value recovers. This makes real estate a lower volatility, lower risk investment for many people. Forex, on the other hand, is high risk, high reward. The volatility is no joke. Currencies can swing wildly. For example, in economic news, sometimes you're getting fluctuations in minutes more than real estate will see in a whole year or even two. Trading with leverage amplifies this risk. You can gain big, but you can also lose big. So big, in fact, that you could lose your entire account or portfolio. It's well known that a large percentage of new traders lose their money, and even prop firm challenges have very low pass rates. Many aspiring traders will fail to reach their profit targets, or they'll break the rules, which mean they lose the evaluation and have to start again. And there's no underlying asset that you get to keep. If you make bad trades, your money is simply gone. Risk management and skill are essential. Without them, trading is more like gambling. On the flip side though, a prop firm trader's risk is somewhat limited to the fee they pay to get into the evaluation, but losing the account or blowing up is still a constant threat. In short, forex trading or prop firm trading offers no real safety net. The price of that high reward potential is very high risk, especially in the short term. So for this round, I'm going to give it to real estate. It's generally a safer, steadier way to build wealth. Your house won't vanish or lose half of its value in one day. For peace of mind and reliability, real estate is the champion. But if you manage risk well, forex doesn't have to be a wild gamble. It just requires discipline and knowledge. Now let's move on to round 4, which is time and effort. Real estate first. How much work does each path take day to day? Real estate is often touted as a source of passive income, especially with rental properties. But in reality, being a landlord can be quite active. You might have to deal with tenant calls at 3 a.m. in the morning, list and show vacant units, handle repairs or hire contractors, pay property taxes, and navigate a heap of paperwork for purchases and sales. It can be very time consuming to manage rehab projects, screen tenants, and perform maintenance. And even if you use property managers or go the Airbnb route, that introduces management fees or lots of coordination. Transactions in real estate are slow and labor intensive. You'll spend weeks in inspections, appraisals, closing docs, meeting with lawyers and bankers to buy or sell a property. The upside, once a property is set up and rented, it can be a very hands-off month-to-month income, especially with good property managers. But it's never 100% effortless. It's more like manage a business passive than sit back and do nothing passive. Trading, on the other hand, is often active income. You get out what you put in. In terms of time and attention, you'll need to put in some time to learning a strategy, understanding the markets, analyzing charts, and actually executing trades, especially in the beginning. It demands serious education and practice. However, forex and prop firm trading offers unlimited flexibility and convenience in how that work is done. You can trade from anywhere that has internet, and you're not tied to any asset or location. There's no paperwork for each trade, no clients or tenants to call, just you and your laptop and the market. The forex market is open 24 hours, 5 days a week, so you can choose your own schedule. And this convenience is unbeatable. On the other hand, however, in general, your income stops when you stop trading, but not entirely. I'm going to talk about that later. It's not like a rental that keeps paying you passively month after month very consistently. But with that being said, over time, a lot of traders systemize their trading, or they use tools like algorithms or copy trading, for example, to make it more passive. But fundamentally, it is an active skill. The time commitment to becoming consistently profitable can be significant, but at least you have freedom to work where you want, when you want. Now for this round, I think it's pretty much a split. It's really close and really depends on your preferences. If you're looking at convenience and flexibility, I would say forex and prop firm trading wins. The ability to work anywhere, anytime, with quick transactions and no bureaucratic hurdles is huge. Passive ease, that goes to rentals though. Once you're set up, a rental can earn money with minimal effort from your part, truly making money while you sleep. If your dream is to do nothing and still earn, owning property might suit you better. But remember, it comes with hard work up front. In short, I would say forex Forex is easier to start and do day to day, but it is an active job. Real estate is a little bit harder to get going, but can become a much more passive stream of income once it's running. Choose your style, hustle anywhere 24/7, or slower build to a more passive income. Now for round 5, we're going to be looking at stability and growth potential. Real estate first. Scaling up a real estate portfolio is going to take time and capital. You buy one house, then another. Each acquisition could require another big down payment or years of saving profits. It is a slow and steady climb. There's also the external limits. Banks might not lend you unlimited mortgages, and managing many properties can become complex. More tenants, more maintenance. Don't get me wrong though, you can build massive wealth in real estate. Many millionaires have done this, but it often takes decades of reinvesting and compounding. It's kind of like growing a tree. It will bear fruit, but you need to be patient. With prop firms, for example, once you prove consistency, you can get funded with more capital quickly. Some firms even allow scaling up to $1 million or more. Essentially, as your skill and track record grow, you could go from trading 50K to 500K to 7 figures within a year. Something that is nearly impossible to do in real estate investing without massive amounts of outside money. Also, trading profits can be reinvested to scale faster. For example, you're on a 50K account, you make profits, you reinvest, you then have a 100K account, you reinvest those profits, and before you know it, you're trading with 500K or even $1 million in funded accounts. And there's no strict limit on this. Moreover, market liquidity is essentially infinite. The Forex market trades over $7 trillion per day, so you're not going to run out of market to trade or scale. Although remember, scaling too fast can also blow accounts fast. But if you're consistently profitable, scaling just means more profit with essentially the same effort. You're not changing your strategy, you're not changing the amount you risk in percentage, you're just changing the amount you're trading with. And this kind of rapid scaling is why trading is so attractive to entrepreneurs and make money online folks. So for scalability, I'm definitely going to be giving this to prop firms. And this is in terms of how quickly and broadly you can grow your income and capital base. Trading is a little bit more like a rocket compared to the real estate cruise ship. Real estate builds wealth reliably, but slowly. Trading can explode wealth far quicker. For some ambitious and skilled, trading offers a scalability factor that real estate cannot match, especially in the short term. So after the 5 rounds, what's the verdict? Well, it entirely depends on you. Both Forex trading and real estate can make you money, but they're suited to different people at different stages. Real estate is a fantastic path if you have substantial starting capital or access to financing and you want a tangible long-term investment. It has great tax benefits. It's great for building equity over years, enjoying passive rental income, and leveraging appreciation. It tends to be safer and more forgiving, a solid bet for those who value stability over speed. If you don't mind the upfront work, owning property can be a relatively hands-off wealth builder. It's often the go-to for people looking to diversify their wealth or generate passive income for retirement. Forex and prop firm trading, on the other hand, is ideal for those who have limited capital but big ambitions and are willing to put in the effort to master the skill. For beginners or anyone looking to make money online, it offers a much lower barrier to entry and a faster route to cash. If you crave flexibility, autonomy, and the idea of turning a few $100s into a thriving income stream, trading is definitely calling your name. So what's the final verdict? What should you do? For most people trying to make money online right now, I would say Forex and prop firm trading still comes out on top. Not because it's easy, but because of the relatively low startup costs and the potential to scale if it's done right. But here's the truth, Forex trading and prop firm trading is only as good as the trader and the system they use. Most people fail because they're either guessing, gambling, or trying to figure it out all alone. But the real edge comes when you follow a proven process or system, something that removes the trial from the error and helps you focus on growth. And that's exactly what we've built with our prop farming blueprint. It's not just theory. It's a system that's helped over 1,200 traders get funded, many scaling to 6 or even 7 figures in funding. We've automated the hardest part, which is getting funded. Our tool helps you pass prop firm challenges, and once you're funded, your only job is to scale, grow your capital, manage your risk, and compound your payouts. If you want more information on this, go to www.propfarming.com, where there's an incredible demo that explains everything. I'm also going to be leaving the link down in the description, so make sure you check it out. But here's the beauty of it. You can use the profits from this system to get you into real estate later on. It can become the best of of both worlds. Fast cash flow from trading and long-term wealth and stability from real estate. This isn't about choosing one or the other. It's about using the right vehicle at the right stage of your journey. And for most people starting today, Forex prop firm trading with the right system could be the launch pad that changes everything. And with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you hit that sub button right now so you get access to all of our incredible content. And with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.